fastest time in this competition.
Timekeeper's ready. On your marks and get set.
Off they go, and Kazmaier's experience is telling already, electing for the awesome plastic drum. But Fekete's very fast on his feet. He's going for speed. He's got the crate, but Kazmaier's got the second most difficult object to carry, the oil drum. But Fekete's really moving now. He's gambling on his speed. There's the churn, but should he have gone for the more difficult objects first while he was fresh? Well, here he goes with the oil drum. He's there. If he keeps this up and beats Kazmaier, it'll be a sensation. Fekete with the basket. It doesn't look heavy, but remember, it's 90 kilos. That's 14 stone. Bill Kazmaier with the crate, and each with one to go, but Fekete's tackling the most difficult object last. Can he hold on to it? No, and the former champion delivers the milk churn in 1 minute, 3 seconds. 2 seconds slower than Ilka. Now Fekete's struggling with that drum. Can he hold on? Yes. Amazingly, Laszlo hardly seems out of breath, but that's in contrast to Bill Kazmaier, who has to gulp down lungfuls of oxygen. And now, reigning champion Jon Pall Sigmarsson from Iceland.
On your marks and get set.
Well, Jamie's obviously heeded his good advice. He started with the oil drum. Sigmarsson's explosively fast. He's probably the greatest all-round athlete in this competition. And that's the danger object loaded for Sigmarsson. And for Jamie. Sigmarsson going with that drum. And he's there. Jamie throwing the crate as though it were a mere parcel. Jamie Reeves coming back with the basket. He's got 2 to go. Jon Pall with the churn. He's only got 1 to go. Jamie with the churn.
Come on, Jamie.
And it's there. Sigmarsson with his last one. And that's the fastest time of all. Well, he's mildly pleased with that as Jamie finally delivers the sack, and that's a good effort from the blacksmith's welder who works in a Sheffield coal mine. So, experience telling already as Jon Pall opens his account with 8 points. Dutch.
This is Jon Pall Sigmarsson's 4th attempt. The next lifter will be Ab Walders.
Jon Pall at the same weight, 400 kilos, and with his 4th lift.
Prepare to lift in your own time. Lift.
That's Halti, Jon Pall's coach, yelling encouragement, but in vain at the moment. He's got to get it moving. Yes, he's done it. Yes, he says. He's quite a showman, this man. The competitors are allowed a total of 6 lifts, and they can choose their weights, which rise in increments of 10 kilos. Belting up for action, Ab Walders. And now Sigmarsson with the weight at 470 kilos.
Dead or alive! Boom!
And the shouting is not just for the crowd, it's for Viking muscles, too.
Prepare to lift in your own time. Lift.
And
And he could be in trouble here. He's giving it everything, but it's not moving.
Okay,
That's it, and Jon Pall, very surprisingly, goes out. But Jon Pall knows 6 other events lie ahead, and he mustn't risk...
Comes in at 480 for his 2nd attempt.
Yeah!
And this is Bill Kazmaier with, incredibly, only his 2nd lift. He's so confident in this event, he's not wasted any strength with too many prior lifts.
Prepare to lift in your own time. Lift.
Oh, it's there. Kaz is looking very comfortable. The American really favors this kind of static, pure strength event.
And for Bill Kazmaier, 510 kilos on the cart.
510 kilos, 1,124 pounds. Remember, this is only his third lift, and he's lifting more than half a ton.
Prepare to lift. In your own time, lift.
Yes, he's got it. This is strength, he shouts, and no one's going to argue with that. And that magnificent lifting gives Bill his first win. Jamie Reeves shares second place with Ilkka Numisto and beats some of the best powerlifters in the business, including Sigmarsson and, incredibly, Brulwa. That was Jamie's personal best. How did he do it? He's going to burst into tears at the prospect. He usually excels at this event.
On your mark, get set.
And there you can see the sheer exertion and aggression that's required to get the momentum going. And Kazmaier is already pulling out a lead. His technique is copybook, maximizing his body weight advantage by keeping low and really pounding this 20-meter course. Laszlo's wobbling a bit, but Kazmaier's really fired up, and he is fast. 18 seconds, that's the quickest so far, but the effort is showing. Well, Jamie has the body weight advantage, but Sigmarsson the experience, and already his rhythm is smooth and powerful. Jamie short stabbing steps, but Sigmarsson actually increased the momentum. This is looking very fast indeed. He's almost running to the line, and it's 18 seconds. Jamie 21. Jamie's not impressed, obviously, but it must be a very close thing between him, Jon Pall, and Bill. 100 to 175 kilos. This is Jon Pall with his fourth lift. The weight up to 150 kilos, 23.5 stone. That's more than his own body weight. Now for the press.
Down!
Yes, he's done it. And this is phenomenal lifting by Jon Pall. Shoulder even further. And remember, there are still 4 events to come.
Kazmaier in! Kazmaier in! Kazmaier in! Kazmaier in!
Has he the strength to lock those arms out? He's struggling, and that really must have hurt his shoulder. And the crowd getting behind him now. No, it's not going for him. That's what Kazmaier thinks of him. But he's still within the 90-second allowance, and he's trying again. Halti, his trainer, yelling Kazmaier's name as a spur. But it's to no avail, and Sigmarsson goes out. But I wonder how much more he's damaged for the 170-kilo log. And incidentally, this is only his third lift. Now then, has he gone for too heavy a weight? No, he's made it, and I think that look is meant for Jon Pall. Well, Jamie has only 1 lift remaining, so what kind of a new champion in the making? And the log lift gives Bill his second win of the competition. A very brave second place for Jamie Reeves. The injured Sigmarsson forced into third, and Vold... His injured left shoulder must be on fire now as he hits the wall. He's desperately trying to hold it up. Can he beat Ab's time of 49 seconds? No, just 3. And he's moved his hands in yet again.
Arms down!
David Webster has stopped him.
Down! You bend around momentum.
Bill doesn't like it.
You bend them further.
Well, the crowd don't like that, but Bill Kazmaier is really very upset with that decision.
You made a big mistake, Webster. A real big one.
And the tensions of the past 2 days as Pall Sigmarsson, despite that shoulder injury, managed third place. As for Bill Kazmaier, the event was a disaster. But this was Jamie's night.
What about
to lift them aboard?
Feet back on the line. Okay. Get ready!
David Webster sets them off, and surprisingly, it's Kazmaier in the lead. He prefers the static events, while Sigmarsson's the one who's normally so swift on his feet. But then, 100 kilos is hardly what the doctor ordered for a shoulder injury. And look at this. Bill's putting the rope through his belt. Jon Pall using the usual shoulder method. Kazmaier's away very quickly indeed. No one's used this belt technique, but it's quite legitimate. And Bill's laughing now, mocking Jon Pall, but laughs on the other cheek, literally, as Jon Pall steadily comes back at him, and Kazmaier's suddenly all over the place. Can Jon Pall overtake him? He's still fighting back, but I don't think so. Kazmaier still has time to cross that line. Yes, he's there, the only one to make it, and that's a great achievement. The hooter goes, his mark again with his third win. Sigmarsson was third, and Jamie Reeves beaten into fourth place by less than 1 inch. And overall, the lead is back with Kazmaier. Sigmarsson, 1 point adrift. Ab Volders is fourth, but Jamie Reeves giving it every food and drink.
Take up!
It's well over.
Icelandic Viking power!
And that Viking power has given him the maximum 8 points. Reeves achieves another good second place, and Volders third. But it was a nightmare event for Bill Kazmaier, and I'm curious to know again, what went wrong?
The problem was
Sigmarsson, and with only the final event remaining, the question is, can Britain's Jamie Reeves pip Kazmaier for second place? And the telling of the day. And we pick it up now with Bill Kazmaier attempting the third stone. Bill's very experienced on these stones. Only he and Jon Pall have ever lifted the fifth one. But he's taking his time, conserving all his last reserves of strength for that final stone.
Yeah! All the way through, you can do it!
And he's made the fourth one. And now 140 kilos separate him from the lead. And he's looking good. A final heave, and it's there. And that's a great achievement by the American. He's had his share of problems over the past 3 days, but there's a kind of battered dignity about this man, which the... Yes, and the sheer athleticism of this man is quite staggering. And now just that fifth stone. It's there. What an absolutely fantastic performance. And surely now there can be no doubt the first international competition achieves an excellent third place, and the popular Ab Volders takes fourth. I don't know how you did them so quickly. That was astonishing.
I am maybe the fastest strongman in the world, but I think Bill is the strongest on his feet.
Bill, you came back full of confidence, full of energy. You wanted to come back and be the world's strongest man. You've been beaten. How do you feel?
Well, I was beaten today, and I've won before against Jon Pall, and I'll win again, and he'll win again. And it's a type of war that goes on and on and on until one of us drops.
You know, let's talk about Bill, you know. For me, when I started lifting weights, he was a god, something you could not touch. But I gave him a little touch now.
We'll meet again, man.
Meet again.